there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Volt electronic cigarette and its PCC or portable charging case, which I received from www.smokelessimage.com. Before I start, I must point out I did receive it free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review. My opinion of the product remains true, honest and accurate as always. And let's go straight ahead and show you what's in the box. Okay, so the Volt electronic cigarette is available in a few different sort of packages on the website, and I believe the one they sent out to me is the Pro starter kit. Okay, so it comes in like a nice little box. If you lift up the lid, you then get one of the Volt batteries, and if you take this section out, you then get one box which contains a USB battery charger and one box which contains 5 cartomizers. Now, for those who aren't aware, a cartomizer is basically an atomizer and a cartridge all built into one unit. Now, you can get a few different flavours and nicotine strengths, and they sent me out the 18mg strength Marlboro flavour. Okay, so I've already taken out one of the cartomizers, so I'll quickly assemble it so you can see it in a little bit more detail. And quite simply, all you've got to do is get your cartomizer and your battery and screw the two together. And so that is the fully assembled Volt electronic cigarette. Now, I'm sure some people are going to be thinking, wait a minute, that's just another KR808D. And technically, you are correct. However, this is the new and improved KR808D. And if people, some of you might have heard of another similar model, or the same model actually, called the Blue Max Fusion, and this is the exact same model as the Blue Max Fusion. Apparently there's something, the cartomizers are sort of constructed in a slightly different way, and so it should in theory give you a better vaping experience, but we'll find out later on in the review. Now, in addition to the box, you also get another box. I'm not going to show you the box, but you get another box which contains a PCC or portable charging case. Now, this comes with an internal 1000 milliamp hour battery, and which is removable, so I don't know if you would class it as an internal battery, but anyway, you've got a battery there. And the idea is that you charge you charge up the actual PCC battery, and then that will store enough power to fully charge one of the Volt batteries 3 to 4 times. So inside the PCC you also get another extra battery there, so it does come with 2 batteries, and you've got a space there to be able to store like a fully assembled one as well. On the front you've got like a little button. If you press the button once, then it tells you the actual power left in the PCC battery. If you press it one more time, then it tells you the amount of power left in the Volt battery. And if you press and hold it down, then it will eventually start charging up, and you can see the bars going up there. And it all lights up very nicely. And like, it's probably about the same sort of size as like an iPhone 4, and it's just fits into the pocket very nicely. Okay, so anyway, that's as much as I'm going to go into. Let's go and see if it is an improvement on the old KR808D. Okay, so that is the Volt electronic cigarette. So what I'll do now is I've already done it. I've added a fresh Marlboro flavoured 18mg strength cartomizer, and I'll show you in action. Now, as you can see, it produces a really good amount of vapour, especially compared to the original KR808Ds. Now, when I've reviewed those models in the past, I've always found that the vapours come across quite wimpy, but the flow hit has been incredibly intense. Whereas now it's almost pretty much the opposite, really. The vapour has improved tremendously, but the flow hit has actually calmed down a little bit. Now, so vapour-wise, a massive improvement on the original KR808D. And flavour of the cartomizers, like I said, they do a fair selection of different flavours. This is the Marlboro one, and I say Marlboro because it doesn't taste anything like Marlboro, like a Marlboro cigarette at all. They've got a very sort of distinct flavour to them, and it's not just sort of smokeless image or the Volt. You know that. This applies to sort of all suppliers, you know, who sell a Marlboro flavoured e-liquid. I've never come across one yet that actually tastes anything like a real sort of Marlboro cigarette. Having said that though, it is a very nice tobacco flavour and just like a nice sort of smoky flavour. And but it's got quite a sweetness to it. But it is definitely something I can sort of quite happily vape on all day without sort of getting too bored of it or you know, a little bit sort of sick of it. So yeah, nice flavour, but nothing like a real Marlboro though. The throat hit on it, getting a really nice strong throat hit. I like to vape 80 milligrams, which is what this is. And I personally find that the higher the nicotine content of the e-liquid, like the stronger or the harsher the throat hit. And you know, 18 milligrams, it's not too high, it's not too low, right there in the middle, and I'm still getting that really nice strong kick there. And again, compared to the old KR808Ds, like the throat hit on those was almost too strong that it stopped becoming enjoyable, whereas this is just like a nice sort of, you know, standard thump in the back of your throat. So again, a massive improvement for me personally. It's nice smoke rings out this one. The battery life it's not fantastic, but compare it to other models in this size and it actually turns out to be quite good. Now the problem is if you want to have a small device that's sort of cigarette sort of sized, then obviously the smaller the battery, the less running time you're going to get out of that battery. You know, so if you compare it to something like the big battery mods, then it seems rubbish, but compare it to other models in its own class and it's actually quite good. And I'm finding that a fully charged battery is probably giving me around sort of 3 hours worth of sort of moderate use. Now if you're a really heavy vapor, you're not going to get anywhere near like a full 3 hours. I would have thought hour and a half sort of maximum really. But again, like I said, bear in mind comparing that to other models in this size, then the battery life is actually not too bad. And also bear in mind that you can get the PCC or the portable charging case for it. And if you've got one of those and really battery life isn't an issue, every time you finish vaping, put it back in the PCC, and then the next time you take it out to have a vape, you've got a fully charged battery again. So yeah, overall the battery life isn't bad compared to other devices in this sort of size. The switch performance, switch works really well on it. Doesn't matter if you take a light inhale, doesn't matter if you take like quite a heavy inhale, either way the switch will still sort of work. And as far as I can tell, it's not sort of activated by the wind, because some automatic batteries, if you go out in a strong breeze, they'll start activating. If you're standing next to like a speaker in a nightclub, the bass from the speaker can activate them. And as far as I can tell, there's no sort of activation there for me sort of blowing on it. So it should be okay if you're sort of outside and that. And the switch works perfectly. Obviously there's no sort of main on-off switch to the device, but nevertheless, if it's in your pocket, it's not really going to go off. Well, it'd be very unlikely anyway. So overall, the switch works great. So now in conclusion, compared to the old KR808Ds, this is an absolutely tremendous improvement over it. And it's a really nice vape now. Like getting loads of vapor there, the throat it's sort of calmed down a bit, and you're just a really nice e-cig, especially if you're like a beginner, or if you know somebody's a beginner, they just want a very simple kit. All you've got to do literally is just screw 2 bits together, and I'm sure most of the people are going to be able to work that out quite easily. So getting on to the scores then. For the looks, obviously it's not trying to be sort of flash or anything like that, it's just trying to be what it is basically. Only thing I don't particularly like is the big Volt written around across the top there. prefer to see that maybe a little bit smaller, or just sort of get rid of it altogether. But overall, looks wise, it's not bad. So I'll give the looks I don't know, an 8 or 7 or 8 out of 10. For the Vapor, I think the Vapor is tremendous improvement, and it's easily on par there with your 510s and that, so I'll quite happily give that an 8 out of 10. The throw hit, getting a nice sort of strong throw hit there, another 8 out of 10. For the battery life, so the battery life isn't brilliant if you're going to compare it to something that uses like a 340 or 350 battery, whether it is, the big sort of 2400 milliamp hour batteries is going to look a bit pants compared to that. But compare it to other models in its size, battery life is actually not too bad, and you've got the PCC. So I'll give the battery life a 7 out of 10. For the switch performance, switch works perfectly. There is no sort of main on-off switch to the device, but I'm not going to knock a mark off for that because I don't think it's going to activate, but if you just got it in your pocket. So I'll quite happily give the switch a 9 out of 10. If you fancy trying one of these out for yourself, go on to www.smokelessimage.com. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.